Hello, Mike. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi International Boat Show.
Thanks, Gabby. It's
Yeah.
fantastic to be here.
Yeah, this is the third time that we've collaborated with the boat show on our innovation zone, and it's really great to have you with us. So, what I'd really like to do in this conversation is just learn a little bit more about you and your background as a founder, and what you're up to with ENVGO and why you're here in the Middle East and kind of the opportunities that you see here. So, yeah, do you want to tell us a bit about your life, like basically how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having us here. It's fantastic being hosted by the Yachting Ventures space that's at the show here, because this is my first time to Abu Dhabi, and really helps to have somebody who knows their way around the area and has worked with these shows before. My background is as an entrepreneur with a really strong tech background. So I got into the robotics space really early on, coming out of engineering in Canada, and was going through the University of Waterloo in Canada. We were building drones, quadrotor drones, before they were really a popular thing. And so back in 2007, we started commercializing some of the highest performance military grade drones that were used around the world in public safety, industrial inspection applications, military spaces. And built that company over the course of about 12 years, and sold that company to FLIR Systems in 2019. And had an opportunity after that to take all of that tech experience, kind of that learning how to build a company, learning how to build a product, bringing a lot of that technical experience into a new space. And that's where we started looking at the marine industry as a really interesting opportunity, seeing a big kind of gap in technology advances in the marine space versus everything that we'd seen, especially from our drone experience and from the automotive space. There's been so much advancements in electrification, in autonomous systems, ease of use, safety systems. There's been so much going on that I didn't see happening in the marine space. I felt like we had a really cool opportunity to bring a lot of that tech and advancement for that ease of use, safety, and performance.
Yeah, I love that. Like, once an entrepreneur, kind of always an entrepreneur. You didn't fancy just buying about yourself and retiring?
Well, I thought about that, and I tried really hard for about a year and a half, and I found myself going a little stir crazy. And I discovered some people are just wired to build things, and that's kind of in my DNA. That's what got me into engineering in the first place. I love solving problems. I love creating solutions to real world problems, and that's been kind of my driving purpose, and that's what gets me going in the morning. The other piece was, I found an amazing team to work with at Arion Labs where we were building the drones, and I missed a good excuse to hang out with awesome people all the time. I think a few drivers behind starting ENVGO. One was seeing that opportunity to make the world a better place in the boating space and bring all the benefits that we had on the technology side. The other was having a purpose and hanging out with amazing people and creating opportunities to go to really interesting places and meet other really interesting people.
Yeah.
And that's what this week is all about for me.
Very cool. And so you guys have just closed a funding round for ENVGO. Tell us a bit more about the product and what you're planning to do with that money that you've raised.
Yeah, so we are building a hydrofoiling electric boat is kind of the core of what ENVGO is building. And kind of three key technology pillars there. Electrification, we're building clean electric drivetrains, zero emissions, really high performance. And the hydrofoil element of that is really key. The boat is flying over the surface of the water. It's got very little resistance, so it's super efficient. And it gives you a feeling of flying. It's more like flying a plane than crashing through waves. And the other big piece that we're working on is autonomy systems. So array of cameras out around the boat. It's really intelligent. It can detect if there's swimmers around, if there's other boats in the area to navigate around. So kind of those are the three pillars. And the NV1 is our first product. That's really a showcase piece for all of that technology. And really coming here to look at where are the other places that we can bring that technology in different market segments. So really interested in the transportation, marine mobility spaces, and looking to partner with other companies in the industry, which are building right now boats in that space, which could really benefit from having those, the high performance, the foiling experience for a smooth ride, and also the electrification. Finding there's a real strong interest in that electric foiling solution to reduce operating costs and reducing emissions, We're no longer polluting. So all of those factors are all lining up to really support this development. So that's really been the focus of our seed funding raise, was to get that ENVGO product built. We're building out those first customers who are going to prove that in the market with us, demonstrate the market opportunity and the advantages of that high performance in the early adopter space. And also to explore the other market opportunities and start doing that validation by building partnerships and engagements with the other players in the industry who say, I want to build an electric solution, I want to build a hydrofoiling solution, I want a more intelligent boat, but they don't have that technical expertise in the industry, which we're kind of bringing from the aerospace domain.
Yeah, very cool. I love it when we meet founders, or when founders join our community that aren't necessarily from the industry, that have kind of like achieved greatness in another industry and then identified the marine industry and decided to target it, because it just accelerates the rate of technology adoption and the expertise. It's awesome. It's like just great to see. And so just while we've been here then in Abu Dhabi, how has that gone for you? The conversations that you've been having, the kind of general appetite here in tech and innovation and looking to the future. How's the experience been?
It has been incredibly positive. I think in a couple of domains. One has been the openness to industry innovation. They're definitely open for business here, where we've been in other parts of the world facing more protectionism and tariffs and trade challenges. Here, it's absolutely open for business. Let's work together. Let's create new partnerships. So that has been really, really positive. It was cool at the same time that we were getting started here. Our Prime Minister Mark Carney was here setting up trade deals in the UAE. So at the highest levels of the government, we're also seeing those partnerships building. So we're seeing the same thing at the individual company level. Definitely a lot more excitement and engagement around let's partner, let's work together, and creating new market segments that we wouldn't necessarily see in North America. A lot of interest in the Maldives, for example, where there's very practical transportation challenges and those opportunities for building ferries, water taxis that we may not see in North America. So those are opening up a lot of new opportunities for us, and also that connections with the businesses over here who have the manufacturing capacity to really help us out. That might be more expensive, or we don't have the same kind of facilities at our space near Toronto in Canada. So those have been really positive conversations.
Great. Sounds like you've been having some great conversations.
It has.
And then just to wrap things up, just looking back at your kind of founder's journey. So just tell me a bit about your experience actually kind of building a company in this space. What's kind of been, say the biggest challenge that you kind of perhaps didn't anticipate about building a company in leisure marine?
Yeah, so I think what's different for me getting into this space is in the leisure space specifically, it's a lot of discretionary spending. So in our previous business, where we were in the drone business, there was a lot of industrial applications, government contracts, that sort of thing, where it was money that had to be spent, and it was driven by the checkboxes of functionality. In the leisure and the marine space, it's oftentimes it's an emotional purchase. It's not based on the check marks and the specifics. So we have to build something which is beautiful. We have to build something which attracts somebody's eye, and it also has to check off those boxes of performance, exclusivity. It's a very special product. So that's been a little bit of a different marketing experience for me, but we're working through that, and then in combination also looking at those commercial opportunities, because that leisure market goes up and down a lot, just depending on the state of the economy and availability of discretionary dollars. So I think what one of my big learnings coming out of that is we need to build a product which applies both in commercial and in the recreational space.
Yeah, absolutely. Great. And so then what does the next 6 to 12 months hold for ENVGO?
So we're continuing to explore both of those paths, bringing ENVGO to market. We're very excited to be doing a launch of that product for the public at the Toronto Boat Show, which is going to be the biggest indoor boat show in North America, and that's coming up in January. So we are really looking forward to getting the feedback from the public there. And then continuing to build the relationships which we're starting to see here, digging more into doing that custom design work for those specific applications like transportation, like commuting, ferry applications, water taxis, and doing customized design of that foiling tech that we've got, the electric drivetrains, the autonomy systems, and really tuning it for those specific applications in the commercial space that we're seeing today.
Awesome, lots going on then.
Very busy.
Yeah, well, thank you for joining us here in Abu Dhabi, and hopefully it's been it sounds like it's been a great show for you, and yeah, we look forward to seeing how things develop here for you in the UAE and kind of broader Middle East region.
Thanks so much for hosting me. It's been a pleasure.